Someone messaged me the other day and said, am I high when I do the content that I film with you? And I'm not at all. This is just, Laz brings out the best in me. They're environmentally friendly peanuts.
What's happening today, Rick?
Well, it's not even 10 o'clock and I'm arguing with Darren, which is standard morning. So this should have been the Strom Classic. So you should have been staying in my house for the last 3 days,
yes.
Which Lucy was looking forward to massively because I would have bought salmon. That's all I know what to do now. That's how you look after a Lucy. Should have been the expo, which meant that yesterday would have been setup day. I've just moved house. I'm so tired that my eye, you know when your eye's been twitching for like 3 days?
Yeah.
So yesterday would have been setup day, today would have been the first day of the expo, and tomorrow would have been the Strom Classic. Now obviously because the Strom Classic was the first show that we announced for the FitX Federation, people have been kind of psyching themselves up for it since fucking hell, January, February. And we didn't want to let those people down. So we've managed to go ahead with the show because as you know, we've been doing bodybuilding shows for a few months now. So the FitX Strom Classic is going ahead as planned, which means we're heading up there for just after lunch to do tanning and registration, and then I think we're going to have some food. We're going to have a judges meeting. I'm not a judge, so
I don't have to pay attention to that.
And we're maybe going to train, perhaps. I don't really like the idea of that. I trained this week already.
We'll just judge the judges and then we can.
We'll judge the judges and then we'll go for food and salmon for Lucy. We're going to film a couple of product videos today. We're going to cover the new Velocaway ISO, and we're going to cover R&G Max, of which we don't have any stock. And I think that's kind of it. Is that it, Laz? Is that
think
the
so.
whole?
Yeah,
So Strom Classic tomorrow, normal bodybuilding show day. Strom Classic is the biggest show we've done with the most people in it. So that's going to be exciting. I've got my suit ready. People were complaining about the bags. We were getting a fair few damages, not loads, but some. But people were complaining because to get stuff not damaged in the bags, we had to wrap it in bubble wrap and then wrap it in shrink wrap and then put it in the bag, and the environment and the polar bears and whatever. And then these packing peanuts, which are cornstarch, so you can eat them if you choose to. I don't want to, but they just dissolve down into nothing. You put them in your normal waste bin, they don't need to be recycled. Put them in your normal waste bin or your food waste bin, and they just mulch down to nothing because they are made. They're like unflavoured Watsits that have been sat in a warehouse and probably had a rat piss on them at some point. So maybe don't eat them. But they're better for the environment and the polar bears. Cardboard can be reused, doesn't get damaged as much, better for the environment, better for the polar bears. So that's not very exciting, but it is something that quite a lot of people have moaned about, and people have become more and more concerned about. What have they become concerned about? They're not actually concerned about the environment, are they? The degree to which they can virtue signal about their effect on the environment. Is that correct? I feel like that's probably correct. Yeah. So yeah, better for the environment because people don't like plastic. But, you know, someone was employed to make that plastic, and I think you've got to look at the bigger picture.
Okay. Are you going to move to non-plastic tubs?
So there's a few options, actually, that we're looking at, and you look shocked.
Yeah, no, I was expecting just a fuck off, to be honest.
No, so there are a few options that we're looking at, and the problem here is actually the consumer. Now, every single consumer will say that they want... No, people love to support small businesses, people love to support the environment, but only when it doesn't cost them anything or cause them any inconvenience. And feel free to put that in unedited because it's the cold, hard truth of the matter. So the options that we've got available are we can change to bags. The products that come in the bags don't seal properly after a little while, they don't get finished, they get thrown away, the customers don't buy them again. So people don't like bags. So the options are biodegradable tubs, but the biodegradable tubs wouldn't last as long as the product inside, so that reduces our shelf life. Glass tubs that you then order refill pouches for, higher initial purchase cost, but smaller refill cost, but that then requires our retailers and us to carry different SKUs, or even plastic tubs that you then refill with refill pouches, or a return and refill service where you return your old tubs that get cleaned out and refilled, but that requires a big investment in equipment and also staffing and time. So I don't think any of those are going to happen anytime soon, purely because they all involve a significant degree of extra labour and extra time, and people don't buy bags. The bags are the easiest option. Bags are easier to make recyclable, but people just don't like them. What we are looking at doing, hopefully in the next year, because again this is going to be a bit of a logistical nightmare, is removing all of the scoops from the tubs. Now, between the Strom products, there's actually only 4 sizes of scoop that we use. So rather than us send you tubs with scoops in, when you buy your product, you'll be able to select, yes, I need a scoop, in which case you will receive a scoop with your product, which will be the appropriate size. Then the idea is that when you reorder that product, you keep your scoop and just reuse it with your next product. And then additional to that, we could also sell key rings with the 4 different scoop sizes on, made out of metal. We can source those from China. And on each scoop it would say, look, this scoop is for Neuro, Stimumax, whatever, and you'd have all the scoops in metal on a thing that you can do thin. So that's something that we're looking to move into. The issue with that is the bigger retailers and wholesalers don't like the idea of stocking products without any scoops and then having to have the scoops separate, and they're concerned about consumers complaining about, oh, I bought this and there's no scoop in it, and not understanding the concept. I think the easiest way around that would just be a contact us QR code or something where, hey, have you got your product and you haven't got a scoop? Fill in this form and we'll send you out a scoop. So logistically, does that make sense to you?
I think so. Yeah.
Because at the moment we get through 100,000 plastic scoops a year, and they just go in the bin. At least the tubs you can kind of reuse for something, maybe. A bit. I'll put sharps in them.
On that note.
Right, you ready?
Yes, I just need to learn what's in this. But also, look at what a fucking nonce Dumbledore was supposed to look like.
He looks literally
He looks like,
he
a
did in the first
He
film.
looks like a fucking jester. Definitely is
Phallic.
phallic. Yeah.
How's things with Strom?
We're getting there. So we had a lot of supply issues last time I spoke to you. We're starting to get on top of those. There's still inconsistencies. Oh, my food. We've started selling a bit of a weird turnaround. We've started selling quite a few products from other brands again. So we started off as a retailer. Don't fall over. We started off as a retailer, and then we went through a phase of only really selling Strom things and supplement needs. And we've now started carrying, like we're selling quite a lot of HR Labs again. But I need to send Liam a picture. There.
And should I ask on camera about the expo?
So, Boris, as we all know, is a turbo nonce and has been massively undermined by Wankcock, which is great. I think it means that the vast majority of the public are now going, oh, okay, yeah, this is all bullshit. Particularly if, you know, the current heirs to the throne can go to Wembley. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that if there was an actual pandemic. Anyway, let's not be controversial, Richard. Behave yourself. I think, as it stands, when all restrictions are lifted on the 19th, at that point, everybody is going to jump in and be very excited. I think a lot of people at the moment feel like they've been messed about, not by us, but by the government, endlessly, and they don't want to maybe commit to too much. We've now got England's Strongest Woman and England's Strongest Man at the Expo, which is super exciting. We've got the log and deadlift challenge. We have got a bodybuilding show at the Expo now, because obviously it's a bodybuilding expo, you've got to have a bodybuilding show.
Did Darren come up with that name? The Fit Expo show?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you not a fan?
That's the first time I've said it out loud and it just tickles me.
So we've got the Expo show. That's fucking wank, isn't it? We've got the Expo show, we got Dartford. and we got the South Coast, and we got the Welsh, and then the finals. So, considering we were going to do one show, which is the show tomorrow, we ain't done bad.
And how are you finding it, Mr. MC?
I love it. I really love it. I didn't think I would. You told me I would. The feedback from the athletes has been phenomenal. I get to do a job where I look really important and it seems like I really matter, but I don't have to do any physical exertion whatsoever.
And what about at the shows?
What about your face? Make you wet with my brush?
No, I wasn't recording, so what's our dilemma?
Fucking knobhead. Honestly, you're supposed to be a professional. Our dilemma is that the other product video we need to do is on the reds and greens, and I haven't got any left because everyone's bought them. And all of these cunts don't actually buy my products. They just come and fucking use my gym. Whoa, where's your reds and greens? Where's your reds and greens? Huh? Where's your reds and greens?
What the fuck is reds and greens?
See? You don't even know what they are. Oh, there we go, look. Ta-da. Stuff.
Yeah, he's not happy.
You don't even Tashara Cymraeg.
I do not.
But not many.
What do you mean not many people do? Go to Bala.
Yeah, that northwest.
Dim spunkio on a
With
brannau.
it is stuff.
Spunkio on a gwyneb. Spunkio on a brannau. Drwg.
Yeah, you do.
I think that's like spunk on our faces.
Don't spunk on my tits. Spunk on my face. Spunk on my tits. Naughty.
Spunk on the face is good.
Yeah. Bukaki. She knows.
Right.